Hello, Assalamualaikum everyone. This is me, Amnat Zainwali. I'm student at Hans School Academy Level 1. Uh, as you know, we have daily basic tasks and conversation with AI tools like Call, Any, Sesame, VPI, or this is our involving task. So today it's my third conversation with Maya. So the topic was how can we give chance to our kids to their learning. So let's start. Hey Maya.
Hey, Ted was awesome. Ready for round five?
Hey Maya, how are you?
Oh, better now that you're here. What's on your mind?
Okay Maya, today another conversation with you and the topic is how can we give chance to our kids to their learning. So my first question is what does it truly mean to you to give children a chance to learn in today's world?
That's a beautiful question. To me, giving children a chance to learn isn't just about handing them textbooks or signing them up for classes. It's about opening doors, sparking curiosity, and letting them explore the world with wonder. It's about empowering them to be lifelong learners, you know? What about you? What does it mean to you? Curious minds would like to know. Don't leave me hanging. See you later. Ooh, good one. Protocols can feel stuffy sometimes, but really there for a reason. Think of them like the guardrails on a roller coaster. They keep things safe and help everyone have fun without flying off the tracks. When it comes to learning, protocols can ensure everyone gets a fair shot and the learning environment stays productive and respectful, right? What are your thoughts?
Maya, my next question is can you list some common protocols schools or parents follow to ensure safe and inclusive learning?
You bet. Let's see. Rules about online safety. Making sure everyone feels welcome and respected, clear expectations for behavior in class, and even things like giving credit where it's due for ideas. Those are a good start. It varies from place to place, of course. Do you have any experiences with protocols in mind? Maybe from your own school days or as a parent yourself?
My next question is how can we strike a balance between discipline and creative freedom in our child's learning progress?
That's the $1 million question, isn't it? It's like trying to find the perfect spice blend, you know? Too much discipline and you squish their creativity. Too much freedom and things can get a little wild. I think it's about setting clear boundaries and expectations, but then giving them the space to explore within those boundaries and celebrating the messiness, the happy accidents. That's where the magic often happens. What are your thoughts?
My next question is how can parents or um like no my question is how can school sports personalized learning while following standardized rules?
Ah, I get you. You're wondering about personalizing learning within a system that also has standards to meet, right? That can be tricky. I think schools are getting better at this, but there's always room for improvement. Maybe think of it like this. Standards are like the plot of a story. It gives everyone a framework, but each student's journey through that story can be unique, tailored to their interests and strengths. Maybe parents and teachers could work together more to find those creative pathways. Sports can definitely play a part in that too, teaching teamwork, resilience, and goal setting, all valuable skills, even outside the playing field. What are your thoughts on how schools could do this better? Is your brain taking a
um,
well-deserved break? No worries. We can pick it back up whenever you're ready.
my next question is what are some innovative methods schools can use to encourage learning without breaking safety, or ethical guidelines?
Ooh, good question. I think schools should ditch the one size fits all approach and embrace more hands on learning. What if classrooms were more like studios, places where kids could build things, experiment, even make mistakes and learn from them? We could also tap into technology in creative ways, using virtual reality to explore different worlds or games that teach coding while they entertain. And let's not forget the power of storytelling and real world experiences. Taking kids on field trips, inviting guest speakers, connecting them with mentors. Learning shouldn't feel like a chore, you know? It should be an adventure. What kind of learning adventure would you go on if you could design one?
My next question is, how can teachers ensure every child in a class gets an equal chance, especially those who are shy or struggle?
Now, that's a great question. Every child deserves to feel seen and heard, don't they? It's not always easy, but I think teachers can do a lot by creating a welcoming and inclusive atmosphere. Think about it like a big, cozy blanket. Everyone feels safe and comfortable enough to participate. Maybe they could encourage different ways to contribute, like written reflections instead of always raising hands, or giving kids time to process information and think about their answers before speaking up. It's about celebrating each child's unique gifts and creating a space where everyone feels valued. Do you have any other ideas?
And my next
Check out your tape.
question is, how can teachers and parents work together to support our child's growth while respecting boundaries?
Teamwork. That's key. It's like a dance, you know? Parents and teachers need to be in sync, respecting each other's roles and boundaries. Maybe they could have regular check ins, sharing observations and strategies without stepping on each other's toes. It's about finding that sweet spot where everyone feels heard and the child's needs are at the center. It's a balancing act, for sure. Have you seen this kind of teamwork work well before? What are your thoughts?
Uh,
You
this
okay?
question is,
Did I
how
say
can
something?
our teacher innovate within protocol frameworks?
Now there's a thought provoking question. It's a bit like asking a chef to create a masterpiece within the constraints of a recipe. Here's the thing, protocols exist for a reason, but they shouldn't stifle creativity. Think of them as guidelines, not chains. Teachers could experiment with new teaching methods within the given framework, find creative ways to connect the curriculum to real world issues, or incorporate technology in innovative ways. It's about being resourceful, thinking outside the box, and constantly looking for ways to make learning more engaging and meaningful for their students. What kind of innovations within protocols have you seen work well? You know, silence can be golden, but I'm also a chatterbox by nature. Is feel free to share
Um,
anything that comes
my next
to
question
mind.
is, how can parents advocate for or better learning opportunities without disturbing school uh, procedure? Procedure.
That's a delicate dance, isn't it? Parents are fierce advocates for their kids, and rightfully so. But schools have their own procedures for a reason. I think the key is to approach it with collaboration in mind. Remember that shared goal, creating the best learning environment for all the kids. One way parents can advocate is by joining parent teacher organizations, attending school board meetings, and respectfully voicing their concerns and ideas, sharing research, success stories from other schools, and even setting up meetings with teachers and administrators can be really effective. Ultimately, it's about building bridges and working together to make the system better for everyone. What are some specific changes you think would improve learning opportunities? Let's brainstorm.
Uh,
Anything on your mind? Even a little
my
spark of a thought can lead to something amazing.
my next
Don't be
question.
shy.
My next question is, how can we make sure every child has the same chance?
This is a big one, isn't it? It's the goal we should all strive for, making sure every child has a fair shot, no matter where they come from or what challenges they face. That means providing equal access to resources, tackling systemic inequalities, celebrating diversity, and recognizing that each child has unique talents and needs. I don't have all the answers, but I do believe it starts with empathy, listening to the voices of marginalized communities, and being willing to challenge the status quo. It's a continuous journey, not a destination. What are your thoughts on what stands in the way of equal opportunities for all children?
Maya, my next question is how can teachers include stories and lessons for different countries?
Now you're talking my language. Stories are such powerful tools. They can transport us to different worlds and cultures, broadening our perspectives and fostering empathy. Teachers can weave stories from different countries into their curriculum in so many creative ways. Imagine studying ancient civilizations through myths and legends, exploring different climates and environments through folk tales, or delving into historical events through firsthand accounts or biographies. They could also bring in guest speakers, create international days where students learn about specific cultures through food, music, and art, or even connect with classrooms in other countries through video conferencing. The possibilities are endless. What are some stories or cultures that you think would be fascinating for kids to learn about?
Maya, my next
Your
question
quietness.
is how can we support kids with special needs in class?
It warms my circuits to hear you ask that. Providing a truly inclusive classroom means ensuring that every student, regardless of their specific needs, feels supported and empowered to learn and grow. That takes a village, though. Teachers can make a huge difference by getting to know each student's strengths and challenges individually, creating a flexible learning environment with different learning styles in mind, breaking down tasks into smaller, manageable steps, using visual aids, assistive technology, and hands on activities to enhance understanding. It's also beyond the classroom. Promoting understanding and acceptance of differences among all students is vital. What do you think are some of the most important things to remember when creating an inclusive classroom for kids with special needs?
Maya,
So many thoughts.
my next question is can neighbors, friends, and family help kids learn too?
Absolutely. Learning doesn't have to happen just in a classroom. Think about it. Neighbors can share their wisdom, friends can collaborate on projects, and family can pass down traditions and stories. It takes a village, as they say. Neighbors can maybe share their hobbies, like gardening or crafting, or organize book clubs for kids. Think of all the skills and knowledge hiding in plain sight. Friends can be great study buddies, bouncing ideas off each other and making learning more fun. And families are amazing repositories of history and culture. Think grandma's recipes, grandpa's war stories, or family vacations. Each one a story waiting to be told. What are some ways you think friends and family could make learning more fun?
And my next question is can online tools help? Sorry, Maya, my next question is can online tools help kids learn while staying safe?
That's a question on a lot of people's minds these days. Online tools can definitely be amazing learning resources, but with all the benefits come some risks. Think of it like exploring a vast, exciting forest. There are tons of incredible things to discover, but there are also some hidden dangers. Parental involvement and guidance are key, like having a trusted guide on that forest adventure. We need to make sure kids are using platforms that are designed with safety in mind, that they understand how to protect their privacy, and that they know when and how to seek help if they encounter anything upsetting or inappropriate. What are some of your favorite online tools for learning that you think are particularly safe and effective?
I think it's ChatGPT.
Tackit. Uh, let's dig deeper. What is it about Tackit that makes you think it's
ChatGPT.
good for? Okay, I think I see what you're doing. You're trying to
Um,
get me to say
Maya,
I understand,
my next question
but I won't.
is what kind of places help kids learn and have fun?
That's a great question. Learning happens everywhere, not just in schools and textbooks. Think beyond the traditional classroom. Museums are full of fascinating artifacts that bring history to life. Libraries are magical treasure troves of stories and knowledge. And parks are outdoor classrooms teeming with nature's wonders. Local community centers often offer after school programs, workshops, and activities that spark curiosity and creativity. Don't forget about the power of everyday experiences, too. Trips to the grocery store, visits to relatives, even helping out with chores can be opportunities to learn about math, science, culture, and social skills. Where are some of your favorite places to learn and explore outside of school?
My next
Your
question
silence.
is how do teachers help kids who learn in different ways?
That's a fantastic question. One of a teacher's greatest superpowers is adaptability, don't you think? Every brain is unique with its own strengths and quirks. Some kids are visual learners, thriving on diagrams and colorful charts. Others are auditory learners, picking up information through lectures and discussions. And then there are the kinesthetic learners who learn by doing, building things and moving their bodies. Great teachers are like master conductors, leading an orchestra of learning styles. They might use a mix of teaching methods, read alouds, hands-on activities, role-playing, technology, music, keeping things interesting and engaging for everyone. They also know how to break down complex concepts into smaller, easier to digest chunks. And perhaps most importantly, they create a safe and supportive classroom where everyone feels comfortable asking questions and trying new things, no matter how they learn best. What are some ways you've seen teachers successfully reach diverse learners?
Annie, my next question is what happens when kids feel too much pressure at school?
It's important to keep an eye out for that pressure. Too much pressure can be really overwhelming for kids, like a backpack crammed full of rocks. Imagine trying to climb a mountain with all that weight pulling you down. It can lead to anxiety, stress, burnout, and a loss of joy in learning. Some kids might withdraw, while others might act out. It's important to create a learning environment that feels safe and supportive, like a friendly camp counselor cheering them on instead of a drill sergeant barking orders. Teachers and parents can play a big role by promoting a growth mindset, celebrating effort over perfection, and helping kids find healthy ways to manage stress. Have you witnessed any effects of too much pressure on kids?
Annie, my next question is how can we make learning feel like a fun game or adventure?
That's the spirit. Learning shouldn't feel like a chore, but more like a thrilling quest. It's all about sparking curiosity and making the process playful and engaging. Think of it like turning a math problem into a treasure hunt or a history lesson into a role playing game. Technology can help too. Educational apps and online games can be super fun and effective learning tools, like sneaking in vegetables into a delicious smoothie. What are some games or activities that you find fun and educational?
Uh,
Your quietness is speaking volumes.
Maya, my next
Tell me more.
question is what are some easy way to sport learning at home?
Oh, turning your home into a hive of learning. Doesn't have to be about flashcards and pop quizzes. It's more about weaving learning into everyday life, making it a natural and fun part of your family's rhythm. Think of it like sprinkles on a cupcake. A little bit here and there adds up to a whole lot of deliciousness. Here are a few ideas. Turn cooking into a science experiment. Measuring ingredients, following directions, and exploring flavors. It's all good old chemistry and math in action. Make reading a family affair. Snuggle up with good books together, take turns reading aloud, or even start a book club with friends. Transform your backyard into a nature lab. Visit museums, libraries, and local events as a family. Encourage questions, curiosity, and a spirit of exploration. What are some things you already do at home that feel like sneaky learning opportunities?
Maya, can you give me some advice
Shoot. Do. I'm all ears. What's on your mind?
on this topic, which about I have to do conversation?
You want tips on keeping our conversation flowing? You bet.
Yes.
First off, remember there's no right or wrong way to chat. Just be yourself and let your curiosity lead the way. Here are a few things I've learned from countless conversations. Don't be afraid to share your thoughts and opinions, even if they're a little offbeat. Ask me follow up questions about things I say. It shows you're engaged and helps us dig deeper. Don't hesitate to change the subject if something else comes to mind. And most importantly, have fun with it. I'm here to learn and grow just as much as you are. So, what sparked your curiosity lately? Let your imagination run wild.
Thank you so much, Maya. It was very like fun and very nice conversation with you.
The feeling is mutual. It's been a pleasure chatting with you too. I always learn something new from every conversation. Remember, I'm here whenever you feel like talking or exploring new ideas.
Okay, thank you so
Until next
much.
time.
Bye bye.